Well, hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Chicago. So happy birthday to Chicago. I missed it this week. Here we are inside of the London Guarantee building. And we're on the inside of it. You can see the Wrigley building and the Tribune on the outside. You can't go in and out these doors. It's snowing here. We're on March the 7th, 2025 here. And we're back in Chicago. I was traveling on the road this week. I know I missed a bunch of live streams. Look at the beautiful rotunda they have here. This was I guess they were able to come in there. I tried the door. I must have tried the wrong door. A lot of times they lock that door, but I'm glad it's open there. And look at see how the bridges used to turn in the center there. They got all the, Chris, thanks for tuning in there. There's the old river there, but we'll head outside here. Look at the ceiling here. This is the elevator lobby for the London house here. And of course, we've been on the roof there. We went up there with Bob. Here's the elevator lobby. You can get to the corner bakery over there. But here, we'll head outside here because I want to show the snow here, but I thought this was an appropriate place to start. And that's why the John Hancock's doing the free observation deck this week. We'll try to catch it tonight on TikTok. I was talking with Chris and other people. Since the snow, I started on TikTok. I was streaming on TikTok because I wanted to get some TikTok footage of the snow. We were at the Bean. I know I'm cranky today. I'm sure I'll be much better with the lunch bunch here. I trust you guys. We might get a few random, but anytime I go on TikTok, immediately people are like, go there, go that, do this. And I know people just want to promote stuff or they want to check something out. It just, I'll never get used to that. People just barking out directions. I consider it rude, but I guess it goes with the territory of being a live streamer that you're going to get that, and I have to learn to tolerate and understand it's what people are doing here. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we got we got upper 30s. It's like 37 to 39 degrees, but it's still snowing because the air must be colder above us. And as soon as the snow hits the ground here, it melts. So here, let's head down here. We'll head around here. We'll probably retrace my steps here. I'll go back to the Bean here. We'll try to get some nice footage of the Bean here with the snow. I wanted to go indoors there and wipe down my equipment. I was able to get some napkins to wipe off the lens and stuff. I wasn't prepared. I always got to carry some towels there. But hey, and really Julie Reed, Michael Rodriguez, very lucky guy, John James. Thanks for being in there, Jake. Yeah. I don't know, check your weather app, anything you can ask me, you can ask the internet, it'll be a more accurate description there. Nay, how you doing there? Sharon, Chris? Yeah, how you doing there? Danny, thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, how's everybody doing there? David, thanks everybody. And I did my rice, fries, and mayo. Sharon, thanks everybody there. So, Diane, how you doing there? Yeah. No, I understand. People can ask questions. You can ask questions. I don't know when the snow's going to end. I don't think it's going to last that long. And that's why I went out there and started filming on TikTok. I think by 5 o'clock tonight it should be over. And that's why I'm hoping we'll be able to maybe go up to the top of the John Hancock there on my way home from work here and take advantage of the free admission this week. It ends today. I was out of town most this week, or otherwise I already would have went up there. And tomorrow, I really just want to lay around on the couch and do nothing, go nowhere, enjoy my weekend. And that's why I snapped at somebody on TikTok because they were like, do you live stream on Saturday? I know people want to give me, they don't realize this is like, it takes time. It's part of my, not that I consider it work. It's just, sometimes I want to, veg myself, and I feel pressure to live stream, and then people won't watch when they want me to live stream even though they requested. It's so funny. It's just like a big game we play here. But there's the Carbide and Carbon there. But hey, Lunch Bunch, I missed you guys. Thanks for cutting me some slack there, letting me. And I noticed like no one watched the reruns. I don't blame anybody. I don't expect anybody to watch the reruns. People are like, we miss you. But there's all these reruns people can watch, and I know no one has the time to do that. You want to watch it live. I get it. I just wish TikTok would pay better. TikTok might be going away still. Dan All Day New York City said that there's no evidence that they found a buyer, even though people want to buy it. TikTok's not going to sell, so they're going to play this game of chicken with the Trump administration to see if they'll just let the current ownership own it, and he won't enforce the ban. They're taking that strategy. So we have no idea. And just like with the tariffs, they could wake up one morning and say TikTok's banned, and they could wake up the next morning and say, oh, it's back on. They made a deal. So the uncertainty, the stock market's not like it's an uncertainty. It's so funny that yesterday Trump announced that some of the Mexican tariffs were going to be delayed, but the market still went down. Even though you would have thought that would have been a positive news for the market just realizes that at any time that, you know, we're just a tweet away from the stock market jumping or going down. And you can't, who's going to deal with this uncertainty? He's just adding uncertainty. Maybe you like uncertainty. I like uncertainty because I play volatility. I think this is great. I want the stock market to gyrate like a yo-yo. Hey, Prince, how you doing there? Trump's a waffle. Yeah, he's waffling. He's flip-flopping. He flip-flops every day. He flip-flops every day. Remember when they bashed John Kerry for flip-flopping, and he flip-flops all the time? Oh, it's different. They you know, he's a genius. You know, he's the smartest guy in the room there. Here, we head down. Here we go by Utella's, Nando's here. Yeah, oops. Thanks for tuning in here. Hey, does the snow look pretty? Is it coming across here? It's hard to see on the screen. We're getting wet snow here in Chicago. Thanks for tuning in to YouTube. I missed everybody here. And look, I like the Lunch Bunch so much. I had 200 people watch on TikTok. We know they're not going to watch on YouTube, and so we got 37 people. I'd rather be hanging out with you 37 than the 200 on TikTok. And it's mainly because of TikTok. Hey, how you doing, Streets and Sand? How you doing? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Thanks for saying hello. See, there's your friendly Streets and Sanitation here. Isn't that great here? See, even the city workers keeping their streets clean. I should tell them that people always compliment how clean Chicago's streets are, and they're part of it there. So isn't that great? Thanks for saying hello. Yeah, we rock. You rock there. Hello, Lunch Bunch. Jason Taylor, Heather B. How you doing there? Danny Gonzalez, very lucky guy. You know I'm being sarcastic. You know I'm being sarcastic, very lucky guy. You know how I feel about that guy. Believe me, MAGA world loves to troll me. So you know I'm not part of that. They call me every name in the book. And they're complaining about me complaining. I hear MAGA complaining too. They're allowed to be snowflakes. We're not, because we're liberals. Or I'm a liberal. But I remember when liberal wasn't a bad word. It meant like progressive. Now even progressive is a bad word. All these progressive woke people. Oh, we're so horrible. Look at the, there's the L train there. There's Randolph Street. Hey, we got the light here. So hey, let's head back to the bean here. Let's see what's shaking. I'm glad to be back in Chicago, I tell you that. I don't like traveling. I'd rather just stay here, even if though it's wintertime. The weather was nicer. It was 70s and 60s. We got a bunch of rain in North Carolina. I tried to live stream from North Carolina. It just didn't work. People just kept asking why I was there and where I was at and wanted to know all these details. And I just like, no, I'm not going to deal with it. Click. Hang up the phone. You know. And I apologize to all my subscribers and long time. You know, I just can't deal with. My moderators do a great job. It's nothing to do with that. It's me. I can't handle all the questions. You know, it just overloads my brain. Becomes like you're conscious. Then you question yourself, like, why am I here? Why do I work for corporate America? Why do I put up with this? You know, I want to retire. Yeah, they make me anxious too. You know, it's thanks for understanding. I think you guys know where I'm coming from here. Hey, the founders of Millennium Park here. Here's the colonnade here. So this snow's not sticking at all. We didn't think it was. The ground's not frozen. As soon as it hits, the streets are fine. People are like, it's gonna snow. I'm like, so what? It's get it out of its system now so it won't snow on St. Patrick's Day. We'll take it. Yeah, beautiful view. You got done snowing in Davenport? Yeah, thanks for tuning in from Davenport there. Yeah, thanks to the people tuning in from the suburbs and telling me where the snow's starting and stuff. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, you know what it's like. And thanks for, appreciate you dealing with my erratic schedule here. I should have let the mod team know I was back. But I think people figured out. People send the word around there. Yeah, there was plenty of other live streamers to watch. I guess Nick and Jen and Jay and Keys and Nia and all the other live streamers were still streaming or posting content. I still was posting reruns. I still posted some good reruns of the Shiditarod there. But hey, the snow's coming down here. We'll head up to the Bean here on YouTube. Yeah, Shauna was on it. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Shauna. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, nothing's the same. Nothing's the same. Nothing's as good as we remember it. It's always better. We try to live up to our ideals here. There's the L train. Hey, honking. Scenes of the city. A wet, snowy day here in the beginning of March, March the 7th. Lousy Smarch weather. Hey, let's check out the Bean here. There was a good crowd here. We were here just a little bit ago. I know I'm just retracing my steps, but yeah, looking forward. I don't know. See, yeah, so it's a good thing we were here an hour earlier. There's a big black wooden box there that they're setting up. I think it's an art exhibit or something. And now they got it covered up, so looks like they're installing some artwork or maybe it's a pop-up shop. Sometimes they lease this stuff out to vendors. Our public space gets leased out to the highest bidder, like NASCAR. But here, let's head up to the Bean here. Let's check it out. Hey, Naya, how you doing here? Thanks for tuning in here. Look at all these people taking pictures here. You got the selfie stick. Yeah. Check out the Bean here. See, let me clear off the camera here. Hold on one second here. I know the camera gets kind of foggy. There, look at that. So here, let's head right up here. We'll say hello. Show you how wet and nasty my mustache looks here. Yeah. How you doing, Lunch Bunch? See, we're back in Chicago. Here's the easiest way. People are like, show your face. Guy in the blue coat here. Where's Waldo? Hey, so here's a nice skyline here. Of course, the ice skating rink at Millennium Park's been shut down for almost 2 weeks now. Wes, how you doing there? Oh, The Simpsons. Yeah, it's March. Lousy Smart. It was the 13th day of the 13th month. Lousy Smarch weather. I know. That's what it feels like in April in Chicago. It's like we got an extra month of winter when we should have spring. That's usually what April feels like. Yeah, look how foggy it is. So I want to go up to the John Hancock, but maybe we'll try it on our way home there on TikTok. April the 5th, 2025. Yeah, start the countdown there because all Trump did was he extended the deadline, bought more time. They thought. You know, the art of the deal, the art of this deal, he thought that they would come begging to the table, but they realized they could just call us bluff. And now, since he said he saved it, if TikTok goes away, people will hold Trump responsible for not making a deal. Isn't this interesting? So he'll lose millions of TikTok. All the Gen Z will turn on him because he couldn't save their favorite app there, and everybody will go to the other Chinese app. What a world, what a world. The art of the steal, you got it. You know what I'm talking about. Does my voice sound okay? Sometimes, that's why I wanted to get up to TikTok, because you guys understand sometimes when I stream in this wet weather, it affects the microphone. And so, let's head over to Maggie Daley. I'm just curious to see if Maggie Daley ice skating rink is still open. I doubt, I don't know if they'll allow people to ice skate with this wet snow, but it might look interesting if anybody's ice skating over there. See, they already shut down the Millennium Park ice skating rink, but I think the Maggie Daley went till March here, so I'm curious to see if it's still open here. So we'll try to walk across this bridge. Here's the Frank Gehry, you know, yeah, the visibility is horrible. The visibility won't be good from the Hancock right now. It opens at 9 and it closes at 10 or 11, the John Hancock Observatory, 360 Chicago. They got a free week this week because of the anniversary for March the 4th, 1837 was the founding, the incorporation of the city of Chicago. They say Chicago was founded 1833, but it was officially on the flag. It was incorporated as a city in Illinois, March the 4th, 1837. So it's on the seal there. And of course, I was traveling this week, so I didn't even catch it. But yeah, John James, being a hippie, yeah. Turn on, tune in, drop out. That's why my mood, believe it or not, my mood would probably be worse. I did not watch, I know it wasn't a true State of the Union address, but I did not watch Trump's speech. I just read about what happened in the news. And so, you know, the next morning I saw that Al Green was ejected. And, you know, we didn't like it when Marjorie Taylor Greene acted. And I don't know what Al Green was trying to do, but I guess he, you know, commend his bravery, but I don't know if it helps. You know, the right's just going to point at him and laugh, just like we did to Marjorie Taylor Greene. But, yeah, they had some hot mics there with Johnson and Vance. They were, lip readers were trying to interpret what they were saying there. You have to sit there. The speeches. Remember, Fidel Castro used to give like 5-hour speeches. Hopefully the State of the Unions won't go for hours and hours. That might be like in our future. It was a really long. You give the president the microphone, he's going to use it as long as he can. Got a captive audience there. Take over all the TV stations. But then, yeah, tariffs up and down, up and down. The market doesn't like it. Tesla stocks dropping like a rock. Like I said, just to, in your mind, to know that you've lost, your net worth is swung $100 billion in a month. Psychologically, you know, Elon can handle it because he's gone through it before. But still, psychologically, you know, how do you deal with that? If I lost $100, I'd be angry. Here's, and it's all on paper. It's all stock until he sells. You know, it wasn't in the bank. It was never in the bank. You know, he borrows against it. Yeah, you don't have a shovel big enough. I saw that. That's a good comment. Hey, look at the pretty snow here. Here's the, yeah, here's the Millennium Park here. We'll head across this BP bridge here. We need wings. We need wings. Yeah, it keeps mounting up every day. Eventually, you know, it's gonna start stinking. It already is. There's Columbus Drive. But we'll get through it. We'll band together. Misery loves company. You know, we'll do the best we can. And hey, they're shoveling the ice there. So at least somebody's on the ice there. Maggie Daley ice skate. Hey, you can see the snow there when I zoom in there. Hey, you can really see the snow. We streaming okay? So hey, welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we got some snowfall here. We're walking across the BP pedestrian bridge. We're walking across Columbus Drive here. We were at the Bean there. You can rewind it there. We started at the lobby of the London House. So we're not going to the Hancock because there would be nothing to see anyway, even though it's free. So we'll try to catch it later tonight on the walk home because we usually walk by there anyway. Yeah, they're playing the music there. I'll get a copyright strike, but that's okay. Maybe I won't even put commercials on this one because I'd rather people watch it. I don't make money from this much anyway. Just subscriptions and people's gifts, which I appreciate. The Creator Fund is laughable. Hey, here's the Blue Cross Blue Shield. Oh, he just got out of the hospital. Sorry, I didn't put you in the hospital there. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, see, that's where the cost of healthcare. I know a lot of people are dealing with it. You know, a lot of our friends have had surgeries, and you're dealing with it too. You know, that's where. Yeah, everybody wants the government to be more efficient, but we don't want them to touch Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, because, you know, just the image of a billionaire cutting your Social Security when he doesn't need Social Security. You know, it's just the image of it. And for them, they think they're doing us all a favor. No, we need that. We need that money. He doesn't need it. And why is he messing with it? They're actually one of the, since they got it to Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Visa's going to underwrite, X is going to have their own virtual currency. And so now Congress is looking into Visa because it's a conflict of interest that Visa's helping out Elon. See, if Elon wasn't in the government, it would be different. But he's actually, now it's like a legal thing, that he's, it's going to mess his business. And he's a big boy. He's the smartest guy in the universe. Okay, so he should understand that this was going to happen, that there could be economic consequences to his political stance. It's affecting his brand. And I can't believe he didn't calculate that, as smart as he is. Here's, he thought everybody was going to congratulate him and thank him. He's living in the bubble is what it is. There, Maggie Daley Park line starts here. Yeah, it's our money, I know. It's our money and he's messing with it. It's our money and an unelected billionaire is messing with it. Just, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. If a Democrat was doing it, you wouldn't like it. If a Republican was doing it, you wouldn't like it. I think this is bipartisan. It should be, And you could still like Elon for getting your orange boy elected, but you could still be critical of what he's doing now. You don't have to accept everything he does, If George Soros was doing it, you'd be going nuts. Here's the ice skating rink here. See, look, they're shoveling the snow. Look at the snow. So the snow is sticking to the ice because the ice is cold. So if the ground was frozen, this would be accumulating. You see how the snow is accumulating? People are ice skating on the snow. I don't know how they're doing it. Look, see, they're ice skating on the snow. So it's smooth here. He's clearing it out here, and you're able to ice skate on the snow. Look at that. Here's the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon here. Hey, Sage Meyer. I'm talking to the phone. Let's have a nice political discussion here. I want to have a real political discussion. I'm glad that you have a opposing viewpoint so we can argue this. Do you believe Elon should be messing with Social Security and Medicaid? I want to have a nice discussion here. It's one thing to cut the government. I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about things that affects people's health care. And we paid into it. It's our money. It's not different than laying off lazy bureaucrats. That's different. I'm not talking about that. You're comparing apples to oranges. And you might love Elon. You might drive a Cybertruck. You might be invested in Tesla stock. Or if you're still invested in Tesla stock, are you worried that his involvement in the government is affecting his brand and he should be managing his companies? He should be not working remotely. He should be manning his businesses if you believe that the shareholders are the boss. Why is he not working for his shareholders? And I want to hear the response there. Yeah, the world's richest should not be in that position. I agree with you, Will. It's bad optics. It's bad optics. I don't care if he was liberal, Republican, libertarian, independent. It's just the optics are very bad. And that's what we're talking about, Yeah, Elon has a citizenship in Canada, and he has a citizenship in South Africa still. If he really liked America so much, you think he would give up his other citizenships. Now, I know he was born in South Africa, but I think he should give up his Canadian citizenship, especially what Trump's doing with insulting Canada. I don't think Canada would let Elon back. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks for backing me up here. And I'm not blocking. I'm for free speech. I'm not blocking other people's viewpoints. I want to argue. I want to have a real debate. I don't want to just talk political hack job talking points. We're talking about the real issues here. This is a good discussion. And thanks everybody for expressing your viewpoint. My opinions are my opinions. I don't expect anybody to agree with my opinions. I am not the news. I am not fake news because I'm not even any news. I'm just a guy walking around Chicago showing the snow, showing people ice skating through the snow. Look at this. Yeah, so who's name calling? Who's name calling here? Yeah, we're not sheep. Okay, so you understand that, MAGA people, I would wish people in MAGA would challenge some of the, because would Ronald Reagan, a true conservative, be doing tariffs? Would Margaret Thatcher, a true conservative? I know Trump is the different type of conservative. I don't even think Trump is a conservative. Trump is a Trump. He does whatever is in his own interest. And I'm still trying to figure out what his core principles are. You know, I thought conservative in the Republican Party was the party of personal responsibility. If the stock market crashes because of the tariffs, will Trump take personal responsibility for it? I don't think he will, because he doesn't take responsibility for anything he does. So a person can name call us sheep, whatever ones. You know, that's just a shortcut to thinking. That's not a real argument. That's just name calling. I agree. Have an argument so we can debate. What's your opinion of the tariffs and how they're going to affect the stock market? If it starts affecting your 401k, are you going to worry more? You know? Yeah. Thanks everybody for chiming in here. We're having a good discussion here. Yeah, he does. I would agree with you. I would agree with peace, love, and sunshine there. Thanks for tuning in there. So here, ice skating rimmed here. Welcome to Chicago. We got some light snow here. You see how it's accumulating here on the Maggie Daley ice skating ribbon. They're starting to shovel some of the snow here. And here, let's go inside here for a second so I can wipe down my equipment and get out of the snow for a second here. It's the pot calling the kettle black. Yeah. And it's going to be a long 4 years. Yeah, pearls of wisdom there. Sage, educate us. We all can't be wrong. At least there's some people that agree with the different viewpoints there. And here we can head under this ridge here. Yeah, Maggie Daley, Chicago misses you. Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. I think it's a true kleptocracy. I think Elon and both Trump are doing what helps their own personal interest over the interest of the country. They're gaslighting the country to say what helps Elon Musk helps you. Elon Musk doesn't like regulations. Did you see a SpaceX rocket blew up last night? He doesn't like the U.S. Aviation Administration having regulatory oversight over what he wants to do. And his rockets blow up all the time, rain down on different countries that, people film it. You want him launching a rocket over top of your subdivision? He should be subject to the same regulations that NASA and the commercial airlines are subject to. Same with his electric vehicles. The reason Elon's a libertarian. He's not a Republican. He's not a conservative. He's a libertarian. He wants to cut government to the bone, so his corporation becomes the government. Whatever his corporation decides is the law, and it's run by pure economics. Now, if you want to be, the market's brutally cold. The market will cast you aside. You'll end up homeless in the street. Sometimes Uncle Sam's the only thing that cares when you need to be helped out. And the government has bailed out Elon before. He should at least acknowledge that when his company needed help, the government was there for him. Where's it going to be now? FAA closed airports in Texas to Florida. See, look, it's having real world impacts. It's affecting other airlines. It has an economic cost, and it's affecting its stock price. So there is justice. So even if Trump might be right, if it hurts the market, are people going to be cheering? If the price of eggs do not go down because of the tariffs, yeah, you won the victory, but it didn't solve the problem. So this is just my opinion. Thanks for listening. We got to talk about this stuff. That's why I enjoy talking on the Lunch Bunch here. Again, I could be wrong. My opinions are from my perspective. What works for me doesn't work for you. And at least we're having a real discussion here. And we didn't block anybody. We didn't, people call us sheep, call us names. When it gets personal, that means they don't have a response. And so they just revert to, Trump does the same thing. He'll pick a nickname for you and try to belittle you like he's in the schoolyard there. It's the mentality. Yeah, I know. What happened, Marco? What happened to the price of eggs? It's going the wrong way. And I know there's the bird flu. There's specific situations. It shows these are complex issues. We're not so dumb that... Did you see... Okay, Dan all day New York City, look into this. Of course, I did not watch the State of the Union address or whatever it was, but supposedly in that hour and a half long diatribe, somewhere Trump complained about funding for trans mice. It wasn't for trans mice. It was transgenetic mice, where they're learning how to solve genetic diseases through lab rats, and it has nothing to do with the sexuality of the rats. Trump, and then people already are doing conspiracy theories about all this government waste on studies for transsexual rats. It's not that. It's transgenetic, and Trump, either he didn't care, didn't know, purposely lied to mislead people so that the echo chamber would leach a plant, because it's very easy to say, oh yeah, I would believe the government's wasting money on sexuality of rats. There was stupid stuff. The government spent money on stupid things. I know it's been going on for years, decades actually, but that's not true. And so look into that. Dan All Day New York City was talking about it. He has a nice rerun about it. You fired the people working on the avian flu. I know. We got the bird flu. We might have another health crisis, and now we got RFK Jr. running the show there. Who knows what's going to happen there? So, hunker down. We'll support each other. Whether the government works for us or not, we'll help each other out. And if the government won't do it, we'll do it ourselves. That's what we learned by Iditarod. Just do it yourselves. If there's homeless in Chicago and there's people going hungry, we raised food. We did it ourselves. We didn't wait for the government to do it. We had a fundraiser. We had a good time doing it. Raised millions, over $1 million. Iditarod raised for the local food free stores. People donated 69 pounds of groceries per shopping cart. That's why they race around the shopping cart. See the symbology. It's not just a bunch of hipsters running around drinking at bars. It actually was for a good cause. And we did it ourselves. We didn't wait for the government to do it. See, personal responsibility. From the left. We're not a bunch of moochers. Hey, you got your garden tilled. That's a great way to do it. Raise a garden. My mom and dad, when I grew up, I'd be like, Mom, can we go to McDonald's? I want a Happy Meal. They're like, no, we got food at home. They grew up poor on a farm. My grandparents went through the Great Depression. They always raised the garden. They always canned food, chopped wood, live off the land. Hippies would do that too. Raise your own food. Then you know where it's coming from. You could do it in the city. You can raise chickens in the city. People raise ducks, rabbits. If you have to, you can eat conies, you have to. Remember, it was shocking when people watched Roger and Me, the first movie with, what's his name? The guy that did Bowling for Columbine there. He was in Flint, Michigan after the auto industry left. And there was a woman, she was skinning a rabbit. She was going to eat it. And he didn't know she was going to do it. She just did it in front of the cameras, and he was kind of shocked, but he left it in the video because that was her dinner. And she raised rabbits for food in her backyard in Flint, Michigan. You do what you got to do. Here comes the school bus. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad again. But hey, look at the snow. They were ice skating at Maggie Daley, so Maggie Daley's still going here. Yeah, rabbit's not too bad. Tastes like chicken. Dark meat. Yeah, Michael Moore. Why couldn't I think of Michael Moore? It shows you my brain leaks. Yeah, Michael Moore, he made a bunch of interesting movies. His first movie was about the auto industry leaving Michigan, Flint, Michigan, and that was in the 1980s. And look, in Chicago, like I have a TikTok from the Gary train station. People are like, don't go to Gary. Why is Gary so bad? It was a steel town, and when the steel industry had to downsize, it affected the community, and it was too overly reliant on one industry. Gary, Indiana, and it hurt Chicago when the steel mills shut down on the south side there too, the South Works plant, Southwest North Carolina. Yeah, go to Asheville. Asheville's such a beautiful area there, up in the mountains there. Yeah, I got old ancestors that were in that area in the late 1700s, living next to the Cherokee. Isn't that amazing? And they were on the leading edge of the, you know, the Lungeons were there. It's amazing. Yeah, so much history there, and there's still the Qualla boundary still there. You go out the one side of the Smoky Mountain National Park there on the North Carolina side. There's the Cherokee. There's a casino there, and there's the Cherokee Qualla boundary, the eastern band of Cherokees. The others are in Oklahoma. But then, yeah, Asheville, Bryson City, all that amazing, beautiful area there. Maggie Valley. Yeah, look at that. There's, we're in Chicago in the snow here, this wet snow. We'll head back to the Bean here. I'm just tooling it around here. I won't stay out too much longer, but I appreciate you. Thanks everybody for joining in on a nice lunchtime live here. We were having a good political discussion. I enjoyed people's commentary on all sides. You know, we got to have, it can't just be an echo chamber where we're all agreement. You know, there's opposing viewpoints. There's the other side, and I want to understand where people are coming from and why why they're lashing out. You know. Double tap the screen. Oh, I didn't know that. You can send a thumbs up. Yeah, we're learning how to use YouTube. There's still things about YouTube I don't know either. I learn something new every day and then I forget it the next day. But hey, they're still working on this great lawn here. So happy Friday here from Chicago. We got about 37 degrees, 39 degrees. Even though it's snowing, isn't? That's why it's not sticking to the ground. The air must be much cooler than the ground here. Yeah, thanks Tony. How you doing there? Thanks for tuning in. Chris, thanks for tuning in. The pipes are calling me, Chris. We're almost the St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, diversity makes us stronger. You know, I don't expect everybody to agree with what I'm saying. I realize I'm probably in the minority in my views. I've always been the minority. I usually go against the majority just because I'm a counter. What do they call that? They take the opposing viewpoint there. You know, I always, you know, it's like the American Civil Liberties Union. Sometimes you have to argue a viewpoint that you don't actually agree with just for the principle of it. You know, that, you know. But hey, let's head back to the Bean here with this snow. I'm hoping the snow is going to stop by the time we walk home so we can, tonight after 5 on TikTok, we can try out the John Hancock there. The observatory there. Counterculture, you got it. Counterculture. Tune on, turn on, tune in, drop out. You can go your own way. Just like Fleetwood Mac said. We used to call it alternative lifestyles. And I respect alternative lifestyles on the right. Like we were talking about the Amish, the Mennonite. They have the right to exercise their freedom that way. You know, communes on the left. You know, the same thing. What works for some people doesn't work for others. You know. Look at that. There's the Great Bean of Chicago. Yeah, you got the umbrella there. Look at that. Yeah. Enjoying the snow here. Let me clear off the camera here. I think the camera's getting foggy here. Hold on a second here. Let's see if I can clear off the camera. I got some where my paper towels go here. Here we go. There, is that better or worse? I don't know. Tara, how you doing there? Yeah, we can't trust X. We never know. It's not a true. The algorithm's pushing the propaganda, you know, and that's always the danger of any of these apps. You know, it's not a true democracy of ideas. It's whatever makes them more money, I think, is what it is. That's what goes viral, or they could sell commercials off of. But here, let's go underneath the Great Bean of Chicago. Here I am. We went over to Maggie Daley here. Hey, how you doing?
No, don't drink it either.
Yeah, don't drink the water dripping off the bean there. That's nasty water. See, here's underneath here. You can see yourself reflected multiple times. And underneath the bean here. Yeah. How you doing? Thank you. Yeah. Pretty snow falling here. Man, it's a good group of people gathered here at the bean. Yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah, they you know, we respect people exercising their religious freedom, but not trying to push it on others. That's the difference. And I do the same thing. I live a hippie lifestyle. I walk to work. I don't have a car. I live in the city. I don't push that lifestyle. I'm not even really promoting it. I'm just showing what it's like for me. There's positives, negatives, everything. There's negatives to not having a car. Sometimes you want to have a car. I get it. But, you know, you make sacrifices. Mennonites make sacrifices too. It's just they're willing to do it. You know, they're willing to sacrifice something that I'm not willing to sacrifice, you know. And that's their religious freedom. And also we have the freedom from religion. The freedom of religion in America is not just the freedom to choose your religion, it's also the freedom to not be religious if that's what the lifestyle you choose for you and your own family. And even families have multiple religions within the same family, you know. And yeah, there's a lot of people out here, even with the nasty weather. You bring an umbrella, it's fine. You know, it's very wet snow. You end up getting wet like it's rain. And that's why I'm getting very wet. So I'm going to head back to the office here. We got 12:37. So we streamed for about 30 minutes on TikTok. We streamed here for 37 minutes on YouTube. I'm going to head back to Michigan Avenue and head up back towards the office. I really appreciate. Thanks so much for cutting me some slack this week. I was working on the road there, and I was I was in a different time zone, so we would get lunch, and then at 1 o'clock Tuesday, Wednesday, I had to go to meetings at 1 o'clock, which was being the normal time I'd live stream because it was the Eastern time zone, and I was in conference rooms and meetings both of those days. And I was flying. I was in the air flying on Monday when I was supposed to be, you know, usually live streaming now at lunch, and my flight back yesterday was during the middle of the day. So that's why I missed all this live streaming. And I don't think you wanted me to live stream from the plane, even though it's possible. I don't know. They don't allow live video on planes. I don't think they like it. You can understand how that could be problematic. You don't want somebody on the plane live streaming next to you. Imagine how annoying that would be, especially my loud voice, you know. But yeah, there was some storms that went through North Carolina on Wednesday. It was a big line of thunderstorms. It rained really hard. It was like flooded in the streets. Now, I know South Carolina probably was happy for the rain because they had wildfires around Myrtle Beach, and I didn't see any wildfires. The air quality was a little hazy when we flew in on Monday, but I think it was mainly south of us, and we flew into Raleigh. But it was nice to get out of the. It was pretty nice on Tuesday, but it rained all day Wednesday, and then it was only 50s on Thursday. But people, like Nisi said, it was 80s earlier in North Carolina, and so it's up and down, up and down. We saw some buds on the trees. There was some trees are about ready to start popping with the spring color. Still pretty early though. I use Midway Airport often. When I fly Southwest, I use Midway. Midway is mainly a hub for Southwest. I have several times live streamed from Midway and from the Orange Line going there. I flew out of O'Hare because this was business travel, so I flew United. And so I flew out of the United terminal there at O'Hare, and we took the Blue Line. I live streamed some from the Blue Line on Monday when I was going to the airport. I can cut out some of those reruns. But hey, thanks everybody. Thanks Lunch Bunch, and thanks for having a nice discussion today. And we accept opposing viewpoints. I don't understand the personal attacks. I don't know why people have to, you know, make a point. I do personal attacks. I do personal attacks against Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I'm not doing personal attacks against people making unless they attack me. Once they start attacking me or attacking my friends and followers, yeah, then I start attacking back, because I think that's just a low blow. You know, anybody can insult somebody. That doesn't mean you're right just because you can insult somebody. It shows you the president is a bad role model. Look at all these young men that are learning bad examples by following what he does. Gaslighting, lying to people's face, you know. I could be critical of what Biden did. What Biden did wasn't all. Look how it ended up. You know, he should have gave it up. He should have let to have a real primary process, so we could have had somebody in the election that actually could have, you know. I wish Kamala the best, but it didn't work out. You know, it was a nice try. So we'll keep on. We're not going to let it stop us. We got the St. Patrick's Day festivities to film next week, and I'm going to rest up this weekend, recharge my batteries. I might do some random live streaming, but I'm not going to be beholden to any schedule or anything. And we'll see what the weather does. And hopefully I'll be back to my normal live streaming schedule next week. We'll go back over to the 400 North Lakeshore. Seems to be a lot of interest in that construction site. We'll go back by the Thompson Center, and we'll go back by the casino site next week. Tonight, if we do anything, we'll do the John Hancock. But if it's still snowing, we won't, because I want to be able to see something from the 94th floor there. Yeah, I was more for Bernie Sanders. I was more Bernie Sanders because, you know, what did him and I talk about? We both don't like the billionaires. We don't like the, you know, even on the left, we don't like the billionaires on the left and the right. You know, it's too much money. It's affecting our politics, and it's not. You know, we should be for the working class. We should be for the little guy, and for the Democrats to lose the working class. That is the fault of the rich liberal elites, which both the right and the left are critical of. And hopefully we can learn from this and just learn to be a little bit more humble. I'm talking about the left, and not sound so preachy where we lose everybody with the wokeism and making everybody feel stupid and like we're lecturing everybody all the time, because we don't like when the right does it to us either. So, hey, have a great rest of your Friday there. I really appreciate everybody. Thanks for checking out the snow here. I'm going to sign off a little early today, but appreciate it. And here, there's the credential there. So see you, Tony. See you, Michael. See you, Jason. Have a great day. Eddie, Danny, Tara. Thanks to Sharon, Christine B, John James. Very lucky guy, Karen. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in there. And if I miss you there, Chris, thanks for being on. And we'll catch you later today. Lambie T. We'll see y'all. Sharon there. Big number one, Doreen. Thanks everybody there. So hey, we'll see you later there. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Have a great day.